Thank you for stopping back by. This is beer review number 19. Let us cue that intro. Today's beer review comes from the beautiful Troegs Brewing Company again. This time, I was able to actually make it up to Troegs Brewery up in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and was able to grab one of their bottles that they say you can't get anywhere else. But today, we are going to be going on right there, that Impending Descent, okay? You can see that. It's very nice lettering right there, as you can see. You can see the little description right here. Camera really does not want to focus on that. But you can see the description right down below. Gives you the description of what it is. This is a 12-ounce bottle. We have 11.1% of alcohol by volume. Yeast is house ale yeast. We have oak bourbon barrel. Additions is Demerara sugar, vanilla, and cocoa. One day we got the urge to one-up our already colossal Imperial Stout, and we're glad we did. 4 months into bourbon barrels, has smoothed the sharp edges of the Impending Descent, and armfuls of chocolate, vanilla, and raw cane sugar make it a meal. A warm, velvety, intense meal. If you have the patience, you could tuck a few away in your cellar, but we think it's ready for your glass. So essentially, you know, as always, we have our government warning, we have our recycling information. Let's go to that website. So we're going to go to Troegs.com. We're going to hit that on there, the Google search. As you can see, they have Golden Thing that's coming out. That was delicious. I had one. I was able to get one. I may not review it, but it was a good beer. Let's click on beer and see what they can go. I was able to get there this past week. Their Splinter Cell. You can see their beautiful art that they have. Sign up for their newsletter if you can. But here's where we're going to go. We're going to go down and we're going to look for the beer that we just reviewed. We want to look for Splinter Series. And then once we hit Splinter Series, we can see all the ones that they have right here. Our one that we had is Impending Descent. It's kind of ominous. This, wow. Let's see what we have. So Impending Descent, though, is rated at 12% alcohol by volume on their website. That was a little bit off from what the actual label says. The label says 11.1. Impending Descent was chocolate, crystal 80, Munich Pilsner, roast, special B, hops for Bravo, Columbus, Galena, and Nugget. Yeast was house ale. And the description is the same as what is on the bottle. What they taste, chocolate, raw cane sugar. Some of the other flavors that they have right there. 2017 to 2018 U.S. Beer Tasting Championship. Best of Mid-Atlantic Whiskey Barrel Age. The color was the same right there, as you can saw on our review that's coming up when I pour it. And you can see their social media. Please go like and follow them. They're part of their Independent Craft Brewers Association. There's a lot of beer companies that are part of that. You can find their information at their contact. Go find a career there, or you can find their fax, legal, and donation info. Find distributors by clicking on Find Distributors. All rights reserved to Troegs Independent Brewing. Copyright 2019. The website information was pretty spot on with the actual information I read off the bottle. Please go there, visit there, and check out their social media. If you're in Hershey, Pennsylvania, go by there. It's right down the road from actual Chocolate World and also Hershey Park. You can find their brewery right off to the right of the road after their Hershey outlets as well. Or let me check to see if that's actually Hershey outlets. I'll do a correction in the video if it is not. So let us do this pour. Because of its booziness, I decided to split this bottle up into two. I don't like sitting there finishing a bottle this size that's at 11%. Had a better pop. That means that I lost seal over the evening when I last had it. But you can sit there and see this nice dark color, okay? This nice dark color. It's going to foam up a little bit for what's left on there. Not at all transparent. But the aroma is what actually got me when I opened it for the first time. Yes, you do have that booziness that kicks back into your face, but you also can smell that cocoa, and you can also smell that vanilla. Okay, just like it says right here, vanilla bean and cocoa aged in bourbon barrels. The crazy thing about it is it does actually smooth off their Imperial Stout. But if I could actually point this up to the camera and allow you to sniff this, you would be able to smell that chocolate, and you'd be able to smell that vanilla, and then that nice bourbon aroma comes through. So overall, but let's do like we normally do. Troegs, Impending Descent. Uh, it did catch my attention. Troegs always catches my attention, but honestly, right here, it's not really that flashy, and I don't think they have to be because of the quality that they provide with this type of beer. This is their Splinter series, and simply, but if I'm going to go off of what I normally say, it didn't really catch my attention. I spent some time there at the brewery looking at what I saw, and I looked at the bottles that they had. The thing that caught my attention about this beer was the actual media and the actual marketing that they had over their whole entire, what do they call it again? Splinter series, okay? Their barrel series. These bottles are $13.99 a piece. A whole case costs you $141. 12 bottles, $141. But the great thing about these things is that they like to actually boast that you can put these in your cellar and let them sit for a few years. I've not done it yet. I don't have that much money just to sit there and just buy things and let them sit. Maybe someday. But overall appeal, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because the bottle wasn't actually what caught my attention. It was their media and their graphics that caught my attention for all of this type of series. But overall aroma, though, overall aroma speaks to my heart. It has this bold aroma, this bold bourbon aroma that comes out of it, and then you have the cocoa and the vanilla. Something like a meal, like it says on there, but it also kind of reminds me of like a dessert type meal. So overall aroma, I'm going to give this a good old whopping 9 out of 10. So far we have a 15 out of 20. And overall taste, we'll go in for another taste, and let me see for 1 second if it actually changed. Even with its little bit of flatness that it comes in there, it hasn't changed a bit. The flavor is just hits home. It has this nice, to me, a hearty feeling in it. The bourbon goes down. It has a little bit of booziness. Booziness makes it just a tiny bit sweet for me. But overall, this flavor complements each other very well. The bourbon, the cocoa, and the vanilla. So overall flavor that I'm going to suggest for this, the overall flavor rating, the taste rating that we're going to do a 9 out of 10. Troegs, I have a bias towards Troegs, and that's a positive bias. They just, so far, haven't produced a product that I did not like. So, good for you, Troegs. Good for you expanding. Your stuff up there is just out of this world, phenomenal. If you guys, like I said, have a chance to go towards Hershey, go there, try out their beer, get a growler, get a crowler, get a can, get a case, and see what you can find there and see what they have to offer. So, a nice, good old... What is that? 9 plus 9, 18 plus 5. Is that right? 9 plus 9, 18, and then not 5, 6. So we had 15. Math isn't my strong point. So we had 24 out of 30. A nice, strong score. Thank you so very much, Troegs. Well, from everyone here at Refinement Media and a dude with a brew, I thank you for watching, and I thank you for your input that you give into this channel. And if you'd like to see anything else, let me know. I'm going to try to make my way around Phoenixville, the area where I live near, and I'm going to try to go to the brewery by brewery and see if I can get a one-on-one interview with the actual brewers or with the actual managers that manage those locations. First, I have to do some work and see if I can get their approval. So may God bless you and your families. Like always, I ask you to do everything in moderation, including consuming of your alcohol. If you can't consume, don't consume. But if you can, do it with moderation and find peace in your heart. May God bless you. May your families be blessed. Have a wonderful day.